Hi Libra, this is your general tarot reading for Libra Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of February 2018. The month of love, because Valentine's is in the month of February, and it's also the month where quite shocking things can happen because we're moving into Aquarian energy, and they can be like a lightning bolt from the sky. So maybe for you Libra, there'll be a bit of a lightning bolt of love. That would be nice, huh? So what are the energies happening for you? For those of you who may not have seen my videos before, what I do is I shuffle the cards and wait for the right cards to come out, the really right cards, and I talk about the energies that are happening while I'm shuffling, and we can get a big picture then at the end once we have all the cards and we understand all the energy of what's going on for you Libra. So what is going on for you? Well, we know that on January, as a card falls out, we have the 10 of Cups. We know, nice first card by the way, we know that you have the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January happening in your 11th house. And that's the house of groups that you're associated with, networks, circles of friends, even social media, or teams, sports teams perhaps, that you've subscribed to all for many years or perhaps all your life. And balancing that out, the 7 of Pentacles, balancing that out, you have the solar eclipse happening mid-February in your 5th house of fun, games, solar eclipse, and the sun comes out. I think the cards are really talking to you, Libra. So, yes, more cards here. So let's, right beside the sun, we have the moon. Solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. You see what I mean by these cards talking to you, Libra? We have strength next, and then we have the Knight of Swords. So I'm going to keep pulling more cards until we have this big grand overview. I'm going to keep talking about the energies that are out there for you guys. So, groups of people, social networks, plus joy, happiness, romance, love, fun. And how would you tie those in? I think at the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January, you might be strangely, because lunar eclipse will often be strange, you will be strangely compelled to do something unusual, to shake things up a little bit with a group of people or through social media. You may present yourself as a very, same type of person. You don't change, you're private, you're reserved, you don't do anything weird or unusual. The Empress. And at the lunar eclipse, you might suddenly surprise everybody by, I don't know, say at a group meeting, you might start singing a song, or you might do something fun that they just won't be expecting from you. And they'll go, yeah, I never knew you could do that. And you go, oh yeah, that's among some of my many talents. So that will be quite a nice energy, because it will be challenging you, or not challenging you, it'll be inspiring you to do something that's kind of out of your comfort zone. The King of Cups. You have some really interesting cards here, Libra. I can't wait to get started. And it is going to be all about fun and surprising people with that. And romance. Let's not forget that you have the solar eclipse in the house of fun and romance. I thought that might bring a smile to your face. As I talk about romance, this card comes up, 3 of Swords. We're not going to sweat this, Libra. We're going to talk about this. And we also have energies in your 6th house. Mid-month we have Mercury and the Sun going into your 6th house. 6th house is to do with your work life, also to do with your health and beauty routines. So maybe you'll feel energized to give yourself a bit of a makeover, to feel good and to look good. maybe you'll finally get around to using that gym membership that you subscribed to in the new year. Or at least you begin to feel the benefits of a new exercise regime in February. One thing that we have to talk about too is that Mars will be in your third house of communication. And yeah, while you're there, Knight of Wands just jumped out there. While you're having fun with your friends and your groups and on social media, surprising them with strange photographs or whatever it is that you're going to do, you may also feel a little bit quick in arguing, and it's just something to be aware of. Usually things float very well along for you. You're able to make good decisions, you're able to compromise, you're good in relationships because that's your forte, Libra. But this time round, with the energy in Mars in your third house, you might be just that little bit too quick to jump in with a little bit of aggression. On the positive side of that though, Libra, if you are communicating something, you'll feel, I love this, the High Priestess. We've only one more card to go, and I can't wait for you to see the cards here. You might be very energized to communicate something very quickly and very efficiently. So if you're in the industry where you have to communicate something well, you might be energized to do that. But I would ask you with Mars energy not to jump the gun, because Mars energy can sometimes get us into trouble. So if you are communicating something, just maybe take your time. Okay, 2 cards came out. We only needed 1, but 2 came out. Justice, of course, being a Libra card. That had to come as your final card. And an extra card came out, and this is the 9 of Wands. So Libra, I'm just going to organize the cards, then you can come down and we'll have a look at what's happening for you guys. So, let's move, Libra, let's go. And here it is, your first card. In the month of love, you're feeling the love. You're feeling good about yourself, you're feeling confident, and you're feeling confident in your love life. Whatever, I mean, we might have some ups and downs, there might be some arguments, but in the end, there is that feeling as you go into January of feeling happy. I mean, it's not, excuse me, it's not just about love, it's about happiness in love and a celebration of all that you love in your life. I mean, that's not bad, is it? And as we move on, it's saying you have the 7 of Pentacles here, which is talking about long-term investments. Perhaps some of you are considering investing long-term in your love. How does that pan out? That means settling down, constructing something so that your love life can feel more solid and stable. Some of you might be investing for the future of your family, or putting a little bit of money away for a wedding, or a deposit to buy a house or something like that. But either way, you're going to feel the energy of investing wisely in your love and in your relationships. So that's a nice positive energy to get moving. And then, of course, Libra, look what we have. We know that there's a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse. The energy being felt in February here. Lunar, solar. So these two are really just coming in to emphasize that the things we're going to talk about here in this reading are very strongly affected by the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse. The lunar eclipse is going to, as I said before, when you do something with a group of people, it might compel you to act differently or make you feel a little bit of fear, but you'll do it anyway type of energy, jumping in even though you feel the fear, yeah? And the sun shines upon that. It's the other energy which gives you success, happiness, joy, all the things we've already spoken about, Libra. This is what you're going to be dealing with. These lovely, lovely, powerful energies which are going to feed your month. They're really going to influence it strongly. And here we have strength, a Leo card, and we have the sun. I wonder, now I know with the eclipse being motivated by Leo, I wonder, is the eclipse really doing its job here extra for you in giving you strength to move ahead and charge ahead in making great big decisions? It seems you're energized to cut through old red tape, cut through the thorn bushes that have been keeping you from moving forward. Now you have the strength to do that. And you've got to go with it, run with it, jump with it. And when the energy is moving with the wind behind you, you got to charge. Okay? Here we have the Empress next. The Empress sitting alongside the King of Cups. Now the Empress is a Venus card, and you guys, Libra, are represented by Venus. But here she is sitting in her comfortable zone. Later we'll see her sitting in her judgment zone as Athena. But here she's more like Aphrodite, enjoying the luxuries. I think this is going to be really important for you, Libra, in the month of February. You're going to be indulging. And by that I mean taking time out to go to spas, to treat yourself, to remove any bad tension lingering in your body and just spoiling yourself, really. And feeling good about yourself, because Libra, we know that you really do feel good about yourself when you're relaxed and when you feel that you look good. And that's how you attract all the good things about you. You are a magnet, Libra. Because you're ruled by Venus, Venus is a magnetizer. She draws money to her, she draws love to her. And in order to feel that energy, she has to look good and present herself well. But when she looks good and presents herself well, what does she attract? She attracts love. So if you're single right now, Libra, you're going to be attracting the King of Cups, which is a dreamy kind of character, a kind of soft, gentle, romantic soul who likes their music, their poetry, and who loves with deep passion. They give meaning and purpose to everything that we do in our lives. Remember, water gives feeling to form. And that's what this energy will be doing for you in February, Libra. You'll be feeling that beautiful love energy that gives meaning to your life. Perhaps with a water sign, a Cancerian, a Scorpion, or a Piscean. It's that wonderful sense of purpose. It motivates you. It gets you moving. You love the arts, Libra. You love fine things and luxury. But very often you can get bored with those very things that you attract. You need somebody to experience them with you so that they have life, so that they have meaning, that they're not just ordinary plain things that look pretty. And that's what you'll be experiencing in February. Libra, a resurgence of love. Somebody enjoying all the fine and fun things with you. It could mean that you're going to shows, theatres, dinners, cultural events. Something that is very creative, but that you really enjoy also. And there'll be love, romance, and fun. I love it. I love it, Libra. I love it. But then what? I mean, why did we get this card? After all that beautiful energy of Libra experiencing love and strength and all of those gorgeous things, why? Because in February, you'll be, you'll be feeling a little bit heartbroken. And why is that? Why would you be feeling heartbroken? Traditionally, this card talks about a third person being in your relationship. Now, it could be a third party, somebody that just gets in the way. It may not even be a love rival. It could be somebody that just demands too much time from your lover, or a situation like a hobby or a pastime or work in general, which takes your love away from you and leaves you a bit heartbroken. And again, I hope it doesn't last too long, and I doubt that it will, but I'm sorry that you might feel a little bit sad in February, towards the end of February, but it'll pass. It'll pass, Libra. Here we have the Knight of Wands. It's like somebody going full steam ahead without any consideration for anybody else. I get the feeling that if there's an argument to be had in the month of February with the one that you love, Libra, it'll be because you feel that they're riding roughshod over you, that they're not caring about what you think or how you feel, that they're just going to do it their way and that they're going to do it anyway, with or without you, whether you like it or not. It's their way or the highway, and you'll just say, that's really not on. That's not the way to do it. We don't need to do this. And it will hurt you because you'll get a sense that your lover is a little bit, I don't know, I would say ignorant, and it'll surprise you because you wouldn't think of them as that type of person. You would think of your lover as somebody more compassionate and considerate, and that takes your feelings into account. And yet here they are towards the end of February doing whatever the hell they damn please, and it hurts you. And I'm sorry about that, Libra, but the good news is it's temporary. It'll pass, that awful feeling. The person that could be hurting you could be, I don't know, they're very aggressive, that's how you'll perceive them anyway. You'll perceive them as being overly argumentative and full of their own pride and ego. It could actually be a fire sign. It could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius doing this to you. But either way, I would avoid kind of really getting into it with them, because remember, you've got Mars in the 3rd house. Do you see here? 3. And that's probably where the heartbreak will come too. It seems there'll be an aggressive kind of mood to how you communicate with your lover, and it may also come from you too, which is quite shocking, Libra, because you're absolutely not an aggressive person. So you might even be surprised by yourself, by how you react to what you perceive as their arrogant and ignorant behavior. But it's temporary, okay? It's temporary. And then what do we have, Libra? We have this beautiful card, the High Priestess. Again, we have the 2 eclipses happening in February. You'll feel the energy of the first lunar eclipse on January the 31st as it goes into February. And this is all about deep wisdom, deep knowledge, a complete and utter understanding of all of the issues of every side, and being able to judge the situation from a place of calm, from a place of coolness. I think after all the heat that happened here, you will leave February feeling more secure, cooler, and better balanced, with a much deeper insight into how your love life is working and in how you approach your relationships and how you communicate to your lover. So you'll feel more in touch with the wiser side, where you won't be flying off the handle so much. And to back that up, here we have Justice, again your card in its cooler form of Pallas Athena, and she is sitting giving judgment, balancing things up in a cool, calm way, which is what you're wonderful at, Libra. You when we need advice, we turn to you guys, because you're so wise, you're clever. My God, are you clever? And you are able to see all sides of the situation, and you're able to give all of us some great advice from an objective point of view. So, like I said, after the heat and drama and fun and love of February, it's going to be a bit of a mixed bag for you guys, full of a bit of everything. But by the end of it, you'll feel, I'm going to move the camera up here, Libra, you'll feel more balanced. Balanced, of course, Libra, balance the scales, but you will feel more balanced, you'll feel wiser, you'll feel like you've grown a little bit too, with the fun that you'll have, the little bit of madness that the lunar eclipse will bring, a few arguments, but it's basically the energy of love, fun, humour, don't forget humour, and laughing. We have this one card that insisted upon coming out, so we're going to read what it says. If you have any doubts in your love life, whether you should continue or not, for February, what I'd say is keep going. Give it one last try. Don't cut yourself out yet. It's not over yet. One last push, Libra. And then if it doesn't work, you can give up. But keep going, just for now, okay? And like I said, don't forget, under the influence of the eclipses, the lunar and solar eclipse, that's them there, a gift that it will bring to you is love. Because where is Venus? Venus will be in the 6th house, joining with Neptune. I mean, Neptune is very much like this character. So, I mean, all the planets are there for you basically to play with and perhaps to enjoy dreamy, romantic, pure love and focus. Actually, that's really what I want to say to you, Libra. In the month of February, focus on all these great, wonderful, soft, fun moments. Because when this energy comes and you'll feel a little bit heartbroken because somebody's been very inconsiderate, you'll be able to brush it off quicker and get back to the business of being Libra, of being that wise soul who brings love and justice. I will say this though before I go. There is a moment towards the end of February where you will be making the judgment on your love life, whether you want to continue with it as it is or whether it needs a massive overhaul, perhaps even an ending. But I would say wait and give it that one last try. Okay? Okay, Libra, thank you for letting me share your world for the month of February 2018. If this is the first time watching my videos, please subscribe and like and share and enjoy yourself this month. And like I said, don't forget to have fun. Libra, I'm going to leave you with a really big kiss from me to you. I love you a lot. See you next time.